Good day, everyone. My name is Antoinette Bridget Credo, and I'll be your moderator for today's presentation. Presentation for today focuses on global integration and local responsiveness in worldwide marketing. This topic examines how multinational companies balance standardizing their operations globally while adapting to local market conditions. I will be drawing on key theories and real world examples to explain how this balance affects business success. Going on, we'll be talking about the introduction of today's presentation. That is, global marketing refers to how multinational companies design, price, and sell products across multiple countries in a coordinated way. However, companies faces a key strategic tension between two forces, and these two forces are the global integration, which focuses on standardization, and then the global or the local responsiveness, which focuses on adaptation. Every global firm must decide where to position itself between these two forces. From a theological perspective, Theodore Leibart argues that technology is making consumer preferences similar worldwide, meaning standardized products can dominate. On the other hand, Christopher Bartels and Sandra Goschel proposed the transactional model, which suggests that firms must achieve both global efficiency and local responsiveness simultaneously. So, global marketing is not just choosing anything, but balancing both. Now we're talking about the drivers of global integration. First, the driver of global integration is economics of scale. Producing standardized products in large volumes reduces costs significantly. A good example of this is Apple phones, where globally production and R&D reduce unit cost. The second driver is technological convergence. Moving on with the second driver of the global integration, we're talking about the technological convergences. And this is an advanced way of communication, and the media have made consumers' preference more similar globally. For example, an iPhone user in Ghana has the same features, same qualities, same model, same experience as the one in the United States. Another key drive is global efficiency, where companies reduce cost through standardized operations. Also, brand consistency plays a major role. For example, Coca Cola maintains a consistent global brand. I'm saying a consistent because it is my favorite. A global brand image which allows it to enter new markets with lower marketing costs and stronger urban recognition. Now let's talk about the drivers of local responsiveness. Despite the benefits of standardization, companies must adapt to cultural differences. For example, McDonald's in India does not serve pork or beef due to religious beliefs. And also, no fashion designer will go and establish a miniskirt shop, a miniskirt outfit, a bikini in India, which is a no-no due to their cultural values. This shows how deeply culture influences consumers' acceptance. Talking of another factor of the local responsiveness, we're talking of the legal and regulatory requirements, which differs across countries and cannot be ignored. For example, the automotive industry must comply with different emission laws in different countries. Also, consumer preferences vary significantly. For example, in China, McDonald's introduced rice-based and turkey products. Now we're talking on the impact on operations. This balance between integration and responsiveness directly affects operations. In product development, companies like Apple uses a global design strategy with minimal local changes. However, companies like Nestle adapt products like Maggi suit local tastes in different countries. Now we're moving on to the marketing communication. In marketing communication, some companies use global campaigns. For example, Nike uses the same "just do it" message worldwide. However, others adapt this message. Procter and Gamble adjust its advertising based on cultural and social differences in each market. Now we're talking about the pricing and distribution. And in pricing and distribution, companies often standardize brand positioning but adapt affordability. For example, Unilever sells smaller, cheaper pack sizes in lower income markets. In distribution, global systems are efficient, but local adaptation is often necessary, especially in developing markets where informal distribution channels exist. As a result of this, Walmart failed. Yes, it failed complete effectively and exited the market with losses exceeding $1 billion. Now, in the case of Starbucks Australia, let's see what happens. Starbucks failed in Australia. It entered with a standard American model, ignoring the country's strong coffee culture. This led to significant financial losses and the closure of most of its stores. For more relevant sales cases, in the case of Dolce and Gabbana in China, yes, in China, Dolce and Gabbana in China faced a reputational crisis due to culturally intensive marketing, and this resulted in widespread backlash, loss of partnership, long-term brand damage. This shows the cultural missteps can have irreversible consequences. So, in conclusion, we're talking about global marketing as a balancing efficiency and adaptability, not an option. Companies must leverage global integration for cost and consistency while also responding to local culture, legal, and consumer differences. The key takeaway is that this balance is not optional. This is essential for success in international marketing. All too soon, we come to the end of our presentation today. Thank you so much for your time.